Climate change is more than just melting ice caps and rising temperatures. Beneath all the science, there's a deeper question. Why did we create this crisis in the first place? The answer isn't just about technology or economics. It's about our values, the core principles that guide us as a society have led us to unsustainably exploit our planet. So, if our values are the root cause, then transforming those values is the only way to prevent future crises. The real challenge isn't just to build better machines, but to reimagine what we find meaningful. So, what are these old values that got us here? First, there's anthropocentrism, the belief that humans are above nature, entitled to dominate it. We see forests and rivers not as life, but as resources. Then there's consumerism, the endless chase for more stuff. Thinking happiness comes from what we own. Add to that short-termism, where we focus on immediate profits while ignoring long-term consequences. And finally, individualism, which puts personal gain before the well-being of our shared home. These values, once celebrated as progress, have ironically endangered our own survival. Climate change isn't some freak accident. It's the logical result of a civilization built on entitlement. If old values created the crisis, then new values must guide the solution. This isn't about abandoning modern life, but reorienting it. So, what principles could anchor a sustainable future? First, interdependence. We need to recognize that we are not separate from nature, but woven into its very fabric. We breathe because trees breathe. This fosters humility. Second, sufficiency. Instead of endless growth, we should ask, what is enough? This challenges the myth of infinite consumption and celebrates restraint. A society guided by sufficiency would measure success by the well-being of its communities and ecosystems, not just by GDP. Third, responsibility across generations. We must extend our moral circle to include those not yet born. It's not charity, it's justice. Fourth, solidarity. Global problems need global cooperation. We're all in this together, and it means wealthier nations must take greater responsibility for their historical impact. And perhaps the most radical shift of all, reverence. We need to recover a sense of awe and gratitude for the earth, seeing it as sacred, not just something to be used up. These values can't just be ideas. They have to be put into practice. This means changing our economics to measure well-being, teaching ecological literacy in schools as a fundamental skill, and celebrating repair and reuse as signs of wisdom. Technology should serve sufficiency, not excess. Shifting values isn't easy. They are woven into our language and culture. That's why we need more than just new policies. We need new stories. We need narratives where humans are participants in the great drama of life, not its conquerors. The climate crisis is a mirror reflecting our choices. It asks us, what kind of people do we want to be? Do we define ourselves by what we take, or by what we care for? Imagine a society where stewardship for the earth is as natural as respect for human rights. This isn't a fantasy. History shows that moral revolutions are possible. The values that fuel climate change can be unlearned. The future depends on our moral imagination. We must replace domination with interdependence, consumerism with sufficiency, and exploitation with reverence. The task is huge, but so is the opportunity to become a civilization defined not by what it extracts, but by what it cherishes. So, what do we value more, the illusion of endless growth, or the reality of a living Earth? Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.